41 years old. Of course, there's always every back-to-back.
Didn't look like it.
Every back-to-back for the rest of the season is TBD. I am 41. I got the most minutes in NBA history. I have more of an appreciation on a night-to-night basis. I'm able to suit it up. You know, you 20, 25, 28 years old, it's like, oh, I know I'm playing next year. I know I'm going to play the next year. I know I'm going to play the following year. I know I got 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to say I've never taken being in the NBA for granted, but it sounds like I know I'm.
The basketball world somehow woke up to reports that LeBron James might be done, allegedly deciding right after a Los Angeles Lakers game, as if retirement were just another post-game tweak mentioned on the way out. There was no farewell tour, no victory lap, no dramatic slow walk into the tunnel, just vibes, confusion, and the internet sprinting in 10 different directions at once. And if you think you understand what happened, you probably don't, because the deeper you look, the stranger, funnier, and more dramatic this whole situation becomes. The moment the final buzzer sounded, the basketball world didn't ease into calm reflection or thoughtful breakdowns. It exploded into chaos.
The beginning of the end for LeBron James. His 3 decades of falling short of the greatness of the real great one, Michael Jordan. His 3 decades of destroying the NBA. His 22-year NBA career is rapidly coming to an end. Maybe he signs with another team next season. Maybe he's traded this year, but I doubt it.
Instantly, everyone was scrambling to process what had just allegedly gone down, with timelines refreshing like slot machines and the entire basketball world talking at once. One minute, people were arguing about rotation minutes, coaching decisions, and whether the Lakers' season ended in disappointment or quiet respect. Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
Beating LeBron in All-Star voting. LeBron is seventh in All-Star voting, bro. When the last time LeBron was seventh in All-Star voting, bro? Probably his rookie year. Second year. And I know the people looking in the camera like, who gives a damn? What are y'all talking about? You want to know why this is significant? Because this tells you the fans is...
The next minute, the internet was acting like someone had just announced the end of gravity itself, flipping from box scores straight into an existential meltdown. Floating through the chaos was the idea that LeBron James might have just played his final game in a Lakers jersey, with no fireworks, no confetti, and no carefully scripted farewell narrated by Morgan Freeman like fans always imagine. That thought alone was enough to short-circuit the entire basketball timeline. What made it even crazier was how casual the moment felt. There was no cinematic build-up, no emotional montage, no pause where the world collectively held its breath. Instead, it felt like the basketball version of someone standing up after dinner, stretching, and saying, "Yeah, I might never come back," before walking out like nothing happened.
This tweet from 2015. LeBron is 30. This fuckery won't go on for much longer. Thank God.
By the way, yes, I saw that tweet throughout all of my 30s. All of my 30s. And I laughed at it so hard.
Put it up in the locker and you just put it right there? Like, yeah.
And you know what? Know what's funny? When I turned 40, the same fucking guy said LeBron turned 40. This fuckery won't go on much longer.
That lack of ceremony is what truly sent people spiraling. If there's one thing sports fans expect from a superstar who has dominated headlines for more than 2 decades, it's an ending that feels larger than life, loud, unmistakable, and impossible to overlook. Not something that quietly slips out between routine post-game media questions. Yet within minutes, everyone became a self-proclaimed expert, dissecting facial expressions, tone shifts, and awkward pauses. Entire timelines were filled with confident declarations, some insisting this was the final goodbye, others claiming it was just another chapter in LeBron James's never-ending ability to keep the entire sports world guessing.
Susan, let me rephrase that. Say you got sources? No. This might be LeBron last year, right? So bro, if he don't make the fan vote, the coaches might not vote for him. So LeBron might not make the All-Star game this year, bro.
That's a fact.
And even more important, it shows you the fans again is turning on him. And why I think it's because of his antics, bro.
It started with the Hennessy. It started, and then you got just his. It looked like he.
If you're still trying to make sense of it all, this is where the story really begins. The timing only added fuel to the chaos because this wasn't a championship celebration or a perfectly scripted ending. It came after a season defined by hope, frustration, constant adjustments, and that familiar Lakers tension of feeling one move away from either looking unstoppable or completely lost. Ending a career on a note like that feels almost rebellious, as if skipping the fairy tale on purpose to remind everyone that control has always been part of the brand. If the league was expecting a neatly wrapped conclusion with a bow on top, floating the idea of retirement in this moment felt like ripping up the script and walking away with a smile.
Putting the shot clock expiration on Brian, man. 1 more year, or is it 2 more?
Probably 2, bro.
Okay.
I mean, shit, it's Brian, bro. Just do whatever you want, bro. People probably won't even retire, bro.
Brian is playing till he's 45, y'all. Keep trying to tell y'all that.
He might, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that this is LeBron's last year by any means.
I kind of hope it's his last year.
It don't feel like it's his last year, though, at all.
Bro.
I see the Nike ad. I see, you know what I'm saying, the rollout for the new shoes. I see what they are.
The new ones is actually fire, too.
They are. They are a lot better than the ones he's been dropping the last couple years.
Both sides were loud, dramatic, and completely convinced they alone understood the mind of LeBron James, a player who has built his entire career around moving exactly when he chooses. The irony is that this kind of unpredictability has become completely predictable. LeBron turned ambiguity into an art form years ago, yet the league still reacts as if it's something new every single time. Whenever he leaves even the smallest door cracked open, the internet rushes in like it received a personal invitation. Retirement rumors have basically become the NBA's favorite off-season tradition, but this time felt different, or at least more entertaining. The speculation came wrapped in visible fatigue, quiet reflection, and the weight of a season that raised more questions than answers. That's what truly fueled the madness. This wasn't just about one superstar thinking ahead. It was about the Los Angeles Lakers standing at a crossroads, staring down cap sheets, aging timelines, and a fan base permanently caught between wild optimism and full-blown panic.
We don't want to see LeBron being a person that's getting 16, 17 a game.
Nah, he never gonna do that. He's gonna get 25, bro. He's gonna get 25.
I just hope it's his last year.
It's not.
If they winning, bro, Brian gonna keep hooping.
We gonna know when it's Brian last year, bro. He's doing the tour.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna know, bro.
Last year was the first year he didn't average 25 in his career since his.
What do you have?
24.4.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be right there, bro.
If LeBron were to step away, the shockwaves would be immediate and massive. Every plan, every rumor, and every trade machine fantasy would collapse into chaos overnight. And somehow, season after season, we still find ourselves watching the same cycle repeat. He's still here, still dictating the terms, and still forcing the entire league to recalibrate its expectations, as if this level of influence should be surprising by now. The idea that LeBron James might actually be finished doesn't feel like a normal retirement moment at all. It feels more like a quiet announcement marking the end of an era everyone assumed would somehow last forever, with no warning label attached. Things reached peak absurdity when silence itself became evidence, as if the absence of clarity was suddenly proof of everything fans feared and hoped for at the same time.
Let's just get right into it, guys. Why the hell is he refusing to retire? Why? Why is LeBron James refusing to retire? He went on, he did an interview with Complex magazine, and I mean, he made it seem, he just gaslit the absolute dog shit out of us, guys. When you talk about the great gaslight, I mean, that is LeBron James to a T. He gaslights us, makes it seem like we're absolutely...
The idea that an entire generation might have watched LeBron James play his final game without even realizing it feels almost cruel. Like missing the last episode of a show because you assumed it had already been renewed for another season. At the same time, there's something strangely refreshing about the chaos of it all. In a league obsessed with farewell tours, legacy branding, and picture-perfect exits, the possibility of walking away after a random playoff loss feels almost punk rock. It suggests a player who doesn't need validation, ceremony, or closure from anyone else, whether that's truly the case or not. The Los Angeles Lakers angle only adds to the madness.
The King commercial seems like retirement's coming. The idea that, the Lakers want to move away from him, bring Luka Doncic to the team, seems like retirement's coming. Him having this podcast where he's doing nothing but running his mouth, calling himself the GOAT, it would seem like retirement's coming. And not to mention all of the campaigning and marketing that he's done surrounding his potential or impending retirement.
What makes this situation so entertaining is that LeBron James has fully earned the right to ignore every expectation placed on him. After 2 decades of carrying teams, reshaping franchises, and redefining what longevity looks like, he doesn't owe anyone a perfectly packaged ending. If he wants to leave the idea of retirement hanging in the open and let the world argue about it for weeks, that actually fits who he's always been. LeBron has long understood timing, attention, and how narratives move, and this moment feels no different. At the same time, skepticism is baked into the reaction because fans have been here before. Retirement talk has surfaced in the past, only to disappear into yet another season of dominance and disbelief. That history makes it hard for anyone to fully accept that this could really be the end. Even though this moment feels heavier than usual, people are stuck in emotional limbo, preparing for a goodbye while quietly expecting a return. Even neutral fans can't escape it, because whether you love him or hate him, imagining the league without LeBron feels unsettling. He's been the reference point for debates, rivalries, and comparisons for so long that removing him feels like erasing a landmark. As the noise kept building, it became clear this wasn't really about a formal announcement at all. It was about the